No, unborn children do not have separate legal recognition from their parents. Women and birthing people.
It's 2021. Move on.
Women and birthing people. I'm sorry.
Just keep going.
Who else
please.
is giving birth?
Keep going.
No. This is some bullshit. And we need to call it out when we seize it. Women and birthing people. You're now tuned in to Sliders Podcast. I'm your host, Two-Star, final on the pod, aka the champion. And who else we got in the studio today?
You've got your boy Mo, aka the wild card, and we've also got.
It's your boy Tom, man in the streets. It's one of them ones. Come on.
Aka Lumberjack Tom.
That's right.
Munching Tom. Yeah, for those that are listening on Spotify, Tom's treating himself to a nice little, what's that? Korean takeout, Korean barbecue, Korean style burger. Burger's looking like a raisin, fam. That burger bun doesn't look healthy. Bare wrinkles.
It does.
But yeah. All right, let's say, I think for the first time ever, we're going to say it before the end of the podcast. If you're watching, subscribe to the YouTube, man. It's end of the year, yeah.
That's
subscribe
true.
to the
Get us
YouTube.
to 200, bro.
To get us to 200
Get us to
subscribers.
190. Listen, I won't compromise. Get us to 190.
If you're on Spotify and you enjoy the audio, just come see us on the YouTube visuals. And Spotify's now added this thing where we can do polls and Q&As. So if you'd want to engage with us from that side of things, our episodes will have Q&As here and there. So just make sure you check for those. They'll be found in the description. So that way you can engage in the conversation and we can see what your opinions are on our topics as well. And I think we'll have a poll for this one too, because I think it's quite a divisive topic as well. But
Shouldn't be, but.
hey, we'll see. But to get into the topic, yeah, Tom, just pull your mic in for a quick yes or no question. So, do you think that you can sue your parents for being born, as it's not your choice? Off the bat, before any other context, do you think you should be able to, should you be able to sue your parents for being born?
No.
No, but it's 2021. Anything can run.
I think there's a fair argument for it.
You're completely.
No, there's a fair argument for it, because here's why, to go into it now. We're not brought into this earth by choice.
Okay.
So when there's a chance to avoid your suffering, then maybe you should think about that when you're having a child. For example, and this could be a very touchy subject for some people, yeah, where it's like when it gets into disabilities now.
Yep.
When people say the probability of your child having this disability is ... and you might take the risk off, or you might take the chances of that happening, where your child has Down syndrome. And because some people, it happens and they don't know that the child could have Down syndrome.
Yeah.
But I'm talking specifically to the people that do know that, let's say there's 50% chance.
Yeah.
So it's 50-50, your child can have a very difficult life compared to what's already the status quo. I'm just saying, if that child is now brought into this world, then Down syndrome is just an example. There's bare diseases that people will have kids knowing that there's a chance it can happen, yeah. And I'm just saying, that child being brought into a life of suffering, and life's already tough for niggas that are just born status quo, or just majority have, the majority of people have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a certain level of brain function, you get me? So life's already tough for people like that. So when you take one of those things away, yeah, whether it's mental or physical health, that child's life is going to be even harder than what's already there.
But here's this, yeah. This is just a quick rebuttal. Do you have rights as a baby?
Yeah, you have human rights to some degree, don't you?
Do you? I mean, abortion is a thing. So if you can abort a baby...
wait. Are we talking about
I'm talking about baby,
outside
like,
the
I'm saying inside
fetus
the womb. Inside the womb. Inside the womb. Because then how can you sue for something that happened inside the womb? Because you're suing for the pregnancy, which is the whole 9 months, right? Because they haven't done anything.
You're suing for your birth.
But your birth happens, like, you go from inside the womb to outside. You can't sue for an action like that. That doesn't make any sense.
It's a decision that you're suing for.
But who are you
decision-
suing?
The
Bro,
niggas
it doesn't
that
make
brought you
any
in.
damn sense.
The thing is, though, you're suing the people.
You don't
that
have
brought
rights. You
into
still
this
don't. You
world.
still don't have rights. You still
You
don't
still
have
have
rights.
human rights.
Do you?
Hold on, let me just check.
Human rights apply to you, don't they? When you're born.
If someone kills a pregnant woman, is it double homicide?
Double homicide.
You're actually dumb. But like, is it actually double homicide? Like, as in that baby's life counts? Because if it
I don't
counts,
know
then
if
they
it
have
does.
human rights, don't they?
I don't know if it does. But all I know is, in regards to abortion, you can't, in the UK anyway, I'm pretty sure you can't abort past the 28th week. 24th or 28th week. It's one of those. So then, surely you don't have any rights up until then.
Hold on. I'm just going to look up, when do babies have human rights? That's a good question.
And even then, babies can't give the consent to anything. So it's
Okay.
not as if well, how are you going to try and sue your parents or whoever when you weren't trying to interject and let them know, hey, I don't want to be born or
Okay,
some shit.
I got something here.
Yeah.
So this is birthrights.org UK, and it says, no, unborn children do not have separate legal recognition from their parents. Women and birthing people,
It's 2021. Move on.
women and birthing people. I'm sorry.
Just keep going.
Who else
please.
is giving birth?
Keep going.
No. This is some bullshit. And we need to call it out when we seize it. Women and birthing people.
So some women might not identify. For some people that are born female might not identify as a woman.
What does it say about women and birthing people stuff?
Women just might not identify as a woman. So that's it.
Women and birthing people are free to make choices against medical advice. And so long as they have mental capacity, they cannot be forced to accept treatment which is said to be in the interest of their unborn child.
There we go. So doesn't that prove? Isn't that the end of everything then? So if you're,
So what does that mean? What are you saying though? If they
so that
feel-
means like whoever's trying to sue can't sue.
no, if you're trying to sue your parents for being born.
How can I sue my parents? Because I can't sue them for being born because my rights when I was being born belonged to my parents. They were seen as legally anyway. They were like equivalent to my parents.
But what about your rights now though?
They're different. I'm my own person now. But what's been done to me now is completely different. Just because, please, this is 2021, man.
But answer the question, like,
by
what
the
about
way-
your rights now?
by the way, guys, I was searching up. I couldn't find the laws for the UK, how it applies. But it says in Wales, I think there's a law called this is New South Wales in Australia, called the Newborn Alive Rule, which applies and says this is a common rule that states that homicide can only be committed on a legally recognized person, and that person is not legally recognized until they are fully born in a living state.
Okay.
So like, so it seems like in Australia anyway, that
Damn.
it's not a double homicide.
Single homicide.
You're irrelevant, bro.
You enjoyed that video too.
I'm not gonna lie, I started busting up when I saw that video.
But yeah, I really do you want me to go into the story, Taff?
Yeah. Let's get into the story. All right, let's get into the story.
Oh, this is about a story that you have.
Yeah. It's an interesting story.
Okay.
It involves a mother and daughter.
Oh, and there's also a law in the States called the Unborn Victims of Violence Act of 2004. It's a United States law which states which recognizes an embryo or fetus in utero as a legal victim if they are injured or killed during commission of any of over 60 listed federal crimes of violence. The law defines child in utero as a member of the species Homo sapiens at any stage of development who is carried in the womb.
Fair. I see it.
Yeah, let's
Mo, you ready?
get into it.
Okay. So, woman with spina bifida or bifida, I'm not sure what that is. But they'll explain that in the article. Sues her mum's doctor for millions, saying she should never have been born. Now I'm going to tell you before I get into this article what this woman's really after. She's after a bag. All right. Anyway.
She really is.
in English.
You don't even know the story.
Okay, I disagree with the whole concept of suing someone for being born entirely.
Oh my lord! I hear about her lifestyle, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, unless you were born from incest. Yeah? Like someone's there that gave birth to them kids. Because you know how like there's a reason why incest is illegal.
Oh, yeah, true.
The way that it's almost guaranteed that you will have some sort of deformity or disability when you're born.
Nigga, I literally said that earlier. Like, the probabilities, and the probabilities is literally like, if you have this kid, they're gonna have some sort of deformity.
Because in my opinion, you're committing a crime. That's a crime for that child to have even been made anyway.
No,
but that is true though. Incest itself is illegal.
That is a crime. It's a crime to be made that way anyway.
Wait, so do they just arrest niggas that commit incest?
I think so.
I mean, but then how do you
That's
find
so
out?
weird.
The thing is, though, how do you find out?
when
They consented to it, so it's like
No,
I don't know. Just stay out of people's business.
It's incest, bro. That's like you're literally asking your youth to be. That's.
Bro, I'm just saying stay out of people's business, fam.
Nah,
like,
bro.
Because it's just something weird to arrest people for. Like,
No, that's fair.
if they want to do the messed up shit, it's wrong, but that's their own.
You need to deter people from that shit. That shit is weird.
Yeah, but anyway, 20-year-old English woman, Evie Toombs. Lol, Evie Toombs. Tomb. She's a 20-year-old equestrian, which is
What's an equestrian?
equestrian show jumper, sorry. So she rides horses. She jumps.
Why are they called equestrians? Who
I
knows?
think it goes back to Latin, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
But yeah, so she's suing her mother's GP for wrongful conception after he allegedly failed to advise her mother to take folic acid supplements before getting pregnant that she claims resulted in her birth defect. All right. She was diagnosed with, I'm going to say this one slowly. Lipomyelomeninos. Let me just run that back. She's got spina bifida. Cool, that's what she has, yeah?
What's that?
A neural tube defect to the spine. Her bones never properly developed along her spinal cord, causing permanent disability. But she rides horses. Word. All right. Rides horses. She claims her mother never would have had her if her doctor had informed her that she needed to take folic acid supplements to minimize the chances of the defect affecting her baby. Let me tell you something right now. Your mother's lying to you.
Wouldn't you have just taken the folic acid supplement? I'm confused. Is there something wrong with taking folic acid supplement?
No, there's nothing wrong with taking them.
Like, is there anything like?
Let me tell you this right now. The mother is lying
How?
to shirk blame from herself because she realizes that she brought her child into this world. Probably didn't take the supplements.
Yep.
And now she's trying to push on the GP.
Yep.
Didn't think the daughter was going to go and sue the GP. Turned around on her head. This ain't going to end well. That's all I'm going to say. Your mum's lying to you.
Okay, so there's like, it says you're unlikely to get side effects with folic acid supplements, but some people feel sick, lose their appetite, get winded, or feel bloated. This is during pregnancy, by the way.
But
I
yeah.
think so. But it's one of them that okay.
It's all wrong. It's all types of wrong.
All right. So she says if her mother knew she had to take folic acid supplements, she wouldn't have had her.
Mm-hmm.
Surely she would have just taken the folic acid supplements.
There's a lot of context that we don't know.
What Evie Tomb is saying. Sorry. Because she's saying she wanted to be buried early, if you know what I'm saying. What Evie Toombs is saying is that her mum didn't know about folic acid supplements.
Well, she didn't.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
So
she didn't know. She's saying the GP failed to let her know.
Also, she's not suing for being born. She's suing for the doctor not giving the correct advice.
Hey, read the head.
She's suing to the doctor not giving the correct advice, which had he given, the mum, she's saying her mum would have not given birth.
Okay, no, that's where she's sucking up, bro.
Okay. All right, cool. So what she's suing for is having been born in a damaged state and wants to recover millions of dollars needed to cover the cost of living with her condition. The doctor has denied any liability and countered that he gave the mum reasonable advice, and although it is common practice to advise potential mothers to take the supplement before conceiving and through the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. Okay. His attorney the doctors argued that it's practice to advise prospective parents that 400 milligrams of folic acid However, that if the mother had a good diet, folic acid levels anyway are typically at a healthy level,
What the hell
and
is
supplements
folic acid? I need to
would
look
be
that
less
up.
important. It's a supplement that pregnant women.
Also, it's not even like I ignored it. He said like if you had decent folic acid levels in your body.
So if you have a good diet,
diet
then
was
folic
good.
acid levels are typically at a healthy level. So then what the mum said is that he told me was not necessary.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I was advised if I had a good diet previously, I would not have to take folic acid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just to explain to people that might not know the importance of folic acid, because what would you say? It's the MacGuffin of the story, right? As in, everything revolves around the folic acid issues.
You're a clown. Just tell us what folic acid is and keep it stepping. Fam. But the
Wait,
MacGuffin
what?
of the
Wait,
story-
what did you say?
He said the MacGuffin of the story.
What is
fam.
a MacGuffin?
Fam, that's like a plot device. Fam.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's actually a clown. When you bring up year 10 drama.
Mine
fam.
really could have just said epicenter or something like that.
I mean, epicenter's being a bit extra. I thought I
Man
was...
said MacGuffin.
Bro, if I said it's the epicenter of the story, like, I think that's being a bit too
Oh,
much.
that's what the story is like surrounding. Like, big man.
I think the MacGuffin, it's, light heart. Anyway, that's not what we're
All
here
right,
to talk
folic
about.
acid. Let us know where our point
Okay,
is.
so in pregnancy, a baby's body and most of their internal organs are formed during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. Folic acid helps this happen normally. Low folate levels are at this time. Low folate levels at this important time can increase the risk of natural tube defects, as mentioned by Mo, and possibly other levels in the body. So women need up to 10 times more folate in pregnancy to help the baby develop. It's recommended that a pregnant woman and those trying for a baby take a folic acid supplement until they're 12 weeks pregnant. Yo! You know what's crazy? Pregnancy, every day, like, if I learn some new stuff about pregnancy, yeah, it's more complicated than just sperm and egg, fam. They left out so many details. Because, bro, you have to actually check with your wife. And this is stuff that maybe not even women might know about folic acid like that, to be taking pills. It's crazy. It's so complicated. So complicated, man. Do they have, like, pregnancy courses that you can take?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Because,
Aren't those like birthing classes or something?
yeah,
Bro,
because
there's YouTube videos. There's Google. There's nhs.co.uk. There's limitless resources on how to prepare for pregnancies. Or how
Because
to...
that's why you have your check-ins, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true as well. This ain't the US. But that's practically the end of the story. They haven't given a final judgment on the court case at the moment. But
But as far as her situation,
yeah.
looking from her perspective, you still don't empathize with.
Okay, yeah, so let me just explain this last bit briefly.
Yeah.
So she does hope to compete in the Paralympics, despite being hooked up to medical tubes for 24 hours a day. As she grows older, she'll be bound more frequently to a wheelchair, and she also suffers from bowel and bladder issues as a result of her condition. Okay. Now,
Also, it's actually actively affecting her.
yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Now, do I
Because you said
sympathise?
she was riding horses, that's why.
No, she's riding a horse. She's in a question show jumper, but she's still. I think she's still hooked up to tubes, just like underneath her uniform.
Oh, all right.
Now, you asked me, Taff, do I sympathise for her condition? Of course I do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
And
want to live like that. I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
I just hear out why she's suing. I think if she can get money, she might as well try. And the money that from what she claims the money's for, is for the cost of living and the quality of life that she has.
Fair enough.
But then,
But-
how do you even prove that?
But I think just saying like,
Prove what?
What the mum said.
It's
And what I swear it's word versus word.
no,
It's me versus you.
because he's not saying that he recommended the folic acid.
No, he's saying that he recommended folic acid, but he also said that if you have a good diet, folic acid levels are at a pretty good level anyway.
He could have done himself in. Like,
But that doesn't even. I don't think that makes you liable. Someone doesn't choose to take it. If I tell you, Tav, you should take your fucking vitamin gummy bears, yeah.
Mhm.
But if you have a good diet, you don't need to take them anyway. They'll probably be at a good level anyway. Then you choose not to take them. If something bad happens to you,
But how essential?
That's not my fault.
How
If I'm your
essential?
doctor,
No, but the thing is, folic acid, from what we've read, it's essential in a child's development, and it's important in the process.
yeah.
So I'd assume that something that's that essential, you need to be on top of. Is the patient or is the person I'm giving advice to on top of the folic acid? If they're not on top of it, then would you not say would you? Because to say, if your diet's cool, man, you can roll through in it. Like, don't worry about the pills. Like, or would you not say?
But then, have you been told not to worry about the pills? Have you been told folic acid supplements are good to take, and in accordance with that, if you have a good level, your folic acid level should be a good level anyway. Because if you're pregnant, I'm not trying to get down on any mothers or anything like that, but I swear they've always said that maternal instincts, mothers are always like crazy high, yeah? So during pregnancy, other than the psychopaths that are crazy and out here doing madnesses to their kids, like mothers that actually care will surely be extra worried, careful. Like if folic acid supplements are there for you to take, you would take them. So look at your mum, fam. She should be suing her mum, fam.
Unless the mom...
Did she not find out? Did she not find out?
The mom's just saying, yeah, that it wasn't emphasized to take folic acid pills.
But here's the thing, yeah. So I don't know about spina bifida, but I wonder whether it can be detected before birth, and also before the abortion cutoff. Because if it was detected, and I'm sure this will be interesting to come up in court, spina bifida, BIFIDA. I wonder if the mum had the option to abort Evie Toombs.
So then, if the mom didn't abort,
then it's on the mum, surely.
Then we can sue the mom.
Can she? The daughter can sue her mum?
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
You're just...
But the thing is, yeah, I would, but I don't come from riches anyway, so it's pointless.
How old is this girl?
She's 20 years old. She was born in 2001.
Yeah. I'm just not sure whether what to call this shit was working like that. But anyway, it says fetal ultrasound is the most accurate method to diagnose spinal bifida in your baby before delivery. Ultrasound can be performed during the first trimester, 11 to 14 weeks, and the second trimester, 18 to 22 weeks. Spinal bifida can be accurately diagnosed during the second trimester ultrasound scan. So,
bro, and
it seems like you wouldn't even be able to know until the second trimester anyway.
But especially they said you can catch it during it's developed during the 8 to 11 weeks.
An ultrasound can be
an
ultrasound can be performed during the first trimester and the second trimester, but spinal bifida can be accurately diagnosed during the second trimester ultrasound scan.
Well, you can abort during the second trimester.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Well, can you?
When the first trimester is what? How long is that period?
First trimester is 11 to 14.
Yeah, cool. You can abort up to 24 to 28 weeks.
Really?
It's one of those. It's definitely one of those for the UK. I remember my RS days. That's the last time I learned this.
No, but was the law the same back then?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But as far as the whole thing being wrong, I think, I don't know, maybe Tom's a bit heartless in the whole she shouldn't be suing thing.
She shouldn't.
But, bro.
No, to be fair, that was before I knew how much it affected her life. Because before Mo said, is it really affecting her life because she's riding a horse? Then went to the fact that it's really it's fucking out differently. Because before I thought like certain man that maybe a minor inconvenience, but it is what it is.
She's been alive for time. Why are they suing now?
But what's it called? Because she's old enough to do it, I guess. But it's one of them was that now that Mo's
the mum. Why can't the mum sue on her behalf?
Oh, probably.
Because she knows what she did.
No, because the mom...
She lied.
All I'm saying is the daughter's in the right for suing one of those two people, yeah?
Need to be sued.
One of them needs to be sued.
No.
The
not
mom
everything is down
is
to
merely claiming that the doctor did not emphasize the acid, yeah?
This case is
the
going to fall through, I'm
acid played
telling
a
you.
key role in what was going on here. And it was not clearly emphasized how important that was. So I think they're right to sue the GP, you know? It makes sense, bro.
To be fair, yeah. I think the only thing I disagreed with is the fact that she said, if my mom knew to take the acid, she wouldn't have given birth to me. I'm like...
That's even an opinion.
I was like, surely she would have just taken the acid. That's a bit of a stretch. But the fact that the doctor didn't recommend the acid, or didn't emphasize the use of the acid, that's fair enough. You can sue for that.
You know what, yeah. Even in the case that the doctor was completely wrong. Like, he didn't even say take the acid, yeah? So let's agree with the mum and say the doctor said, didn't even mention the acid, yeah? In which case... what's it called again? The kid's been born. At the end of the day, what can you even say? Unless you can prove that if you do not take folic acid, you will get spina bifida, then I'm pretty sure it's not even 100. It doesn't correlate like that.
But
it's
in
like
the-
you have higher chances.
In the world we live in, it's about your lawyers. I can't lie. It's about your lawyers in that. What you're saying, yeah, fair enough.
We'll see
but
how they spin it.
I don't know what case the lawyers will make, but if they make a strong enough case as to how, it's on the GP for the GP to have emphasized the key role in of folic acid, like you're the medical professional, this is on you. She's probably not going to look up what type of diet she should be having to be, keeping up to date with the acid and stuff. What's that?
So it's just something you sent me. I just saw it now.
What is it?
Yeah, that's what you sent me.
Oh.
Sorry, well, let's continue. We'll talk about that later.
Thank you, Tom. I thought this was key evidence to the conversation.
No, bro.
But it's
Listen,
just
Taff,
memes.
it's not memes, bro. The shock on my face when I saw this shit.
It's just memes.
Taff! Mo, did you read the pictures?
I did read the pictures.
You read the pictures?
I did read the pictures.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Say no more. Let's continue.
So wait,
We'll talk about that at the end.
before we close, what would you say about if you were the judge?
Mm-hmm.
How are you deciding on this case? And let's just say it's word versus word. That's all you have. And obviously,
I'm not a legal professional.
yes, just your own personal opinion. Then I guess morally,
I'm putting it on the GP
course.
for reasons I've
sure.
already explained. That it's on the GP.
you're the champion.
Medical professional. You should have told these people, you should have given a prescription or something, or properly emphasized. But then again, it's her word against your word.
Exactly. So then how are you just gonna?
That's just determining whether she has the money or not. But I think the argument is whether she should be suing. Whether she should be suing.
like, would you award money?
Oh,
Yes, out of sympathy.
You'd award money as well.
Not, yeah. The thing is, I would because the doctor emphasized
cost of
diagnosis.
Get ready for the next influx of
But
cases, fam.
It's one of them ones that no, it's like okay, no, it's like, do you know them ones? It's like I think it's slightly kind of like negligence in a sense where it's like you should have emphasized or you should have like
Negligent on whose part though? It's the mom. You can't force women to do anything, fam. Pregnant women
you
to do
can heavily
anything.
advise. Like, what did he say about the folic? What did the doctor actually say about the folic acid?
Okay, cool, bro.
No, Mo's being ruthless. Mo's whole thing is if you allow this one, get ready for everyone else. You have to deny this one.
No, because this is really just word v word, fam. It's word v word, and what the
No,
man.
because the doctor didn't even say he heavily emphasized it. So I don't know if the doctor
Yeah, he said he denied any liability in his counter that he gave Caroline Toombs, that's the mum. Reasonable advice is the only thing that's quoted, and that his practice is to advise prospective parents that 400 milligrams of folic acid is necessary. However, that if the mother had a good diet, folic acid levels are anyway typically at a healthy level, and supplements would be less important.
Oh, so he literally just told her that, and she made the decision not to take the folic acid. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
No, you ain't getting no peas from your doctor.
Bro, I'm not handing out any peas.
Oh,
Because if you,
yeah, I'm not gonna
do
lie.
you
Not-
truly believe you
not
have the healthiest diet?
not
Who
from-
out here
not
thinks
from
they
your
have
doctor.
a fucking whole fucking circle with all the
No.
vegetables,
I
carbohydrates,
don't even know what
sugars?
food
I don't
provides
remember all the
folic
Okay,
tastes.
not-
Trust me.
Okay, then I don't think she should be suing the doctor. To be honest,
Shouldn't be suing anyone. Don't even sue your mum because you just got to accept it. Hold that on your head.
are you?
How can you sue your mum? How can you sue your mum? Oh, but deeper. How can you sue your mum?
No,
Dead.
even a mom. I'm sorry, I forgot. I completely crossed my mind. Sue the doctor for not doing his bit to emphasize, and then you sue the mom.
No,
Because
no,
again,
no.
But
she
then
could.
you
It
also allow
could have been.
another whole-
It could have been detected.
Bro,
that
you
said-
allow another influx of cases when you sue the mum as well.
What is wrong
Listen,
with
listen,
you?
listen.
No,
listen
wait,
to me,
hold
listen
on.
to me.
Why
Sue the
is
mum.
she suing the doctor?
The doctor.
The doctor told her what go. She chose not to. That's on her.
No.
No. When does personal responsibility,
That's choice.
accountability come into play?
Tom.
Nah,
No.
it's the mum's fault.
No, it's not. No,
Word.
think about it. There's a Tom. You'd feel the way if your doctor said, Tom, maybe you should do chemotherapy. I don't know. Versus
No.
You need
Why are you
to
doing
do
it? Why
chemo.
you doing me like that? Why are you doing him like that?
You need
fam?
to do
No,
chemo.
Shout out Philip Mitchell.
tough.
No. I'm telling you.
No, tough.
There's a
Tough,
difference
tough,
between someone
tough,
saying,
tough.
I mean, it's up to you, but if you eat,
No, 'cause
versus someone telling you, big man, here's your prescription, make sure you take this.
It's not
Da, 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 da,
prescription.
da.
They don't
But he's
prescribe you supplements.
you don't. I
fam.
don't think you need to.
It's called a supplement for a reason.
Like, it's
but
one of them
where's
you can
the
buy.
evidence?
You can
Or
buy
to have it
that.
down in paper is what I mean.
You can buy that shit in shops, bro. But it's one of them ones that. What's it called? Pretty much.
This is terrible.
No, Tap, because he's not saying maybe you should do it. It's like up to you. He's saying, listen, normally if you have like a perfectly healthy diet, your folic acid level should be regular. But he advised that
You take 400 milligrams of
he
folic
said it's
acid.
standard practice for him
Yeah.
to advised the patients to take 400 milligrams. He advised her.
She just didn't take it. I
can't
promise
force
you.
He can't force
She's
that.
on her daughter dreams, and other daughters out here embarrassing herself on social media. EV2s, 20 years old. Don't ever let me see you.
What, you can't see it? If I ever catch you on horseback, it's
Big bang. If I ever catch you on this shit.
It's actually embarrassing. It's actually so sad.
No.
The mum has lied to you. She straight up and lied to you. You've been, what's that like? You've been gaslit. Now you're blaming the doctor. I'm
You
telling
have
you.
been bamboozled,
I'm telling you, Taff, I promise
hoodwinked,
you,
led
I promise-
astray.
No, but let me finish what I'm saying. Doctor should be sued for his reasons, but mom
Alright.
should be sued.
You can't sue the
because
mum.
They could have detected it. The mom had the decision to stop it as well. So you sue them for two different things.
No, but you can't
should've
sue the mum anyway,
You can't sue
because-
the doctor. You can't sue the doctor because no, the doctor can force the medicine down your throat. He advised, she ignored. That's that.
To be fair, I think the mom should sue the doctor to say
For what?
if the mom did.
You're just
for
out here
what?
for people to sue. You
Must
just like
I
to see
sue?
institution get crumbled, fam. You like to see people go to institution for no good reason.
Go
but
out,
to chase
what
the bag.
institution?
Doctors, fam. You don't like to see people in high authority just sitting on their money, fam. You just like to go. You're the champion, fam.
Doctors are broke.
Not this doctor.
No. Doctors are broke, fam. They're broke like you and me.
No, but he's
So
got-
who
he's
told
got-
you?
he's got a
Who told you
practice.
doctors are broke?
He's a GP.
For the most part, they're broke. Oh, he's a GP.
He's a GP.
Alright, fair enough. Then I don't know. He might. Is it his own practice?
It looked like his. Maybe.
Oh, he's definitely holding it. If it's own practice,
Maybe.
No, but
He's
like no,
definitely
he did.
holding that.
He did what he's supposed to do. It's not like if he didn't mention folic acid whatsoever, or he said you don't really need that.
Oh, so as long as he mentioned it in
No.
passing, like-
Oh,
Oh, by the way,
not
before you go,
not mention it in practice.
Folic acid.
Not mention it in practice because he says standard practice. So he does it the same. He does it the same with each patient. It's not even like it was negligence in one case. Man says standard practice means it's every case. Man will tell you
Exactly.
You should take 400
If
milligrams.
he's so negligent, how come? Then we should. I hope they bring this up in trial. I hope. Oh, take the shit to trial. I swear, I'll be the lawyer for him. Fam.
No, the
I'll
sad
tell
part-
him right now. Yeah.
the sad part
no,
is-
if he's so negligent,
Yeah.
then surely I should see a history of a lot of his patients, pregnant patients, coming out with a spina bifida thing or getting defects related to not taking enough folic acid.
the sad part is, Mo, you're right. This could get. It's a lawsuit, so this could get dismissed easy.
Dismiss it.
Easy, like they could just say there's no grounds to stand up.
Expeditiously.
But for me, morally,
Morally, yeah.
I think she should sue. I think she's within her right to sue.
I don't think so.
Whether it goes through or not, I don't know.
Alright.
But I'd be suing too, fam. Like her lifestyle, yeah. Would you not want to sue just because fuck it? Like
Big man, sue your Marge.
life's already tough.
Sue the person responsible. Sue your mum.
No.
She wouldn't.
She's chasing a bag.
The doctor.
You wouldn't sue. What do you mean chasing her back? She has to.
No, she.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe she is chasing the bag, but I hear it. Chase the bag, fam. Because that life is tough. That cost of living is hard.
Yeah, cost of living is hard, but that's just a. And I'm not saying this is easy, but it's just unfortunately the weight she has to bear. It's not on her doctor because it was, the doctor wasn't there serving as her patient. He was the fucking mum's patient.
There's
mum
no
tries to deal with.
sympathy from Mo.
It is sympathy, but you can't just go handing out cash to everybody that
That's
complains
the
about
cross you have to
standard
bear,
blood.
man. Tough tits. Keep it moving.
Bro, but wait, Taff. Essentially, what you're saying is then is that anyone that is born with a defect can go and then sue the doctors after a couple of years
I mean,
and claim negligence on the part of the doctor.
no, not the doctors. I feel like it's on the parents. But,
No, but
I'm
then if
saying
you-
the
if
mom
you-
should sue the doctor.
But why should the mum sue the doctor? We know what the mum has done. She's out here eating gummy bears instead of eating folic acid. Eating
No.
fucking squashies instead of eating folic acid, fam. She wasn't taking the supplements.
relax.
Bro, she didn't take the supplements.
I promise you, bro. I promise you, the doctor might have not. I guarantee you, it's not on the mom line. I'm just saying that's not common knowledge. As a medical professional, you need to be bringing that knowledge to people. And if the mom says she didn't know,
It's,
I
wait, but
can
who's it not
believe
common
it.
knowledge to? Is it not common knowledge to you? I mean, I already knew about folic acid before this because of my mum, right?
And how did you know? How did you get that information?
What? I've just seen folic acid there
But did you know what it means? Do you know what
on
its
the
importance?
cover of the thing.
Oh, so
it
you
says
just
for pregnant
you just
women.
know the name. Folic
Folic
acid.
acid for pregnant women.
Okay.
It's a supplement.
Okay.
I literally have a
But
bottle.
then when it comes time for you to have your own children, would you be thinking about folic acid?
Yes. And
From just seeing it on
wait,
the
listen,
label.
but
Big
listen
man,
to-
you think
Taff,
I will be
listen to this.
searching up every single
Exactly,
supplement
exactly.
on
How do
earth?
you know about
No, wait.
folic acid?
Listen, Taff, if you think a man's having a kid and I'm not searching up every single supplement to make sure my kid is as healthy as possible, you're mad.
But
But
did you know about folic
even
acid?
then, even then, Tom, yeah, even if you didn't know about it, and you say you didn't have the proactiveness to look up yourself, your doctor should tell you, which he did.
Which he did.
Standard practice to advise 400 milligrams of fucking folic acid. Although, if you have a healthy diet, then your folic acid levels will be at a high level anyway.
And especially during pregnancy.
Does she think she had a...
Pregnant women crave
What
the
she's
maddest
saying
things,
is...
you know?
What the mum is saying is that she thinks she had a healthy diet. You should be chatting to your Marge.
I'm not gonna lie.
You can't sue her, but chat to her.
Because to have deep as well.
Let's be serious,
pregnant woman,
man. Tough, don't do this, man.
Tough. Pregnant woman's...
You're a ruthless
No,
guy.
tough. No, tough.
You're a ruthless
I agree with Mo. I agree with Mo. Because thing is, pregnant women, they crave the maddest things anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's just pregnancy cravings. So your diet won't be consistently healthy, bruv. It really won't. So I'm not gonna lie, big man, she should have held that folic acid thing.
No, she missed her. She heard acid, so she just fucking down in vinegar with her chips, fam. I'm telling you, I'm not on it. I'm so sorry, Evie Toombs, because I feel like I've gone at you a bit too much in this episode. you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. You've been gaslit. It's your Marge. I forgot her name. Caroline Toombs? Yeah, Caroline. Caroline.
Alright, let's just round it down.
Hoodwinked.
I think
Led astray.
We've said everything.
I've seen that one.
We've said everything
Oh,
now.
jeez, yeah.
Okay. This has been Sliders Podcast.
Come on.
I've
Yeah.
been your host, Who's Tough. You
Dumb.
found that on the pod, aka the champion. And who else have we had today?
It's your boy Tom. Dem was there, man on the streets, and listen, if you're not cheating on your girl, you're cheating yourself.
And it's your boy Mo, aka the Wild Card. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify,
At all
all
major
other
streaming
mainstream platforms.
That's
Alright. Get to 200 subscribers, like we
200?
said
Yep.
in the end of the episode.
Anything else? Cash App, Who's Tough. And yeah, man.
Yeah, hit me up if you want to man.
Sliding out.